Hey, yeah, oh, 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 yeah.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Thomas back again with another rendition of Truth Be Told. Now this week, nothing really big in the news. They keep trying to push, dumbest box of rocks, Kamala Harris or whatever, who slept her way to the top, has no idea what she's doing. She's not qualified for anything in politics. She's literally just Joe Biden 2.0, just much worse. She's not even black. Judge Brown came out and said, I was best friends with her dad. He said he was Irish and Indian, and her mother was white. So she's not even black. And some of these black liberal women, feminist women, just on and on about how she's black. She's not black. She's not a black woman. She's Indian and Irish. And they're all, I'm just voting for her because she's a woman. Really? Are you that dumb? Are you that ignorant? Like, seriously. I want the best person for the job, who's earned it, who has the qualifications. Some of these women, dude, I'm telling you. Anyways, that's all. I'm just sick and tired of hearing the media try to push her through. Her party just put her out there and said, all right, everybody get in line. This is who we're going to have as our nominee. When they're supposed to do like this voting thing for primary, and then they're supposed to have like 3 or 4 candidates that they vote on to see who's going to be their, the Democrat candidate. But they didn't do that. They just stuck her in there and said, this is your candidate, whether you like it or not. It's all about a power game with them. They're the most corrupt, evil, lie, steal, cheat. That's the Democrats. Anyways, moving on. I hate politics. Hate it. So we'll talk to you about a new show that just came out, and the guy who's directing it and wrote it is the same guy who did the horrible last 2 Thor movies, that Love and Thunder. I can't, something Wakiti or whatever the hell his name is. The guy's terrible. Anyways, he basically, the show's called Time Bandits. If you ever seen the movie was great. It was awesome. Even though it was cheesy, whatever. It was a great movie for back in the 80s. About some time traveling dwarves who pick up this kid, and then they're going around traveling through time. So they decided to make a series out of this. However, they changed everything. Like, it's not even dwarves now. It's just normal sized people. And then they had to do the DEI crap. You have to have one Asian. You have to have a female. You have to have a white liberal woman. You have to have some old man. And then you have to have a black person. It's dumb. Now Lisa Kudrow stars in this. She plays the main bandit, which is absolutely ignorant and asinine. Because the main bandit was a little guy who was pretty bossy. You know, he led the group. Lisa Kudrow couldn't fucking wipe her ass out of a fucking cardboard box. She's the ditzy blonde from Friends, the TV show Friends, which I absolutely did not like. I thought it was a dumb show. I'm not a huge fan of sitcoms anyway, but it was a pretty dumb show. But a lot of women liked that fucking show because it was dumb. But anyways, she plays the same ditzy blonde character from that show in this new show. It's the same fucking character. Like, can she not act? Is there nothing else she can do but some ditzy blonde? The jokes are not funny. Now, in the movie, the original movie, the jokes were kind of sarcastic and were kind of funny. In this, they're just terrible. They're horrible. It's not funny. In fact, most of it's offensive. It's terrible jokes. God awful. But yeah, this show is just bad. It's like The Connors. It's terrible. Yo. It's just, don't bother watching this show. I'm telling you. 2 thumbs down. Absolutely horrible show. I can't believe what's his face, the guy who created Time Bandits, let them get away with destroying his shit. It's terrible. Alright, let's move on. So, now we're on Alone Season 10. This one kind of went by in a blur for me too. Like last season, it just, I don't know, it wasn't really that great. It was okay. I really don't remember much about it, to be honest. And I just watched it not too long ago. But again, I don't remember much about it. I'm still on season 11 because they haven't finished that season yet. It's about halfway done. I have been watching the Australia version. I'm watching this second season of Australia, Alone Australia. I'm on that right now as well. I guess there was another one called Frozen, where they just had to let a woman win. I'll get to that. I don't know. I'll probably watch it just to see what it was like. But it's outside of the actual Alone series. I don't know why they did something called Alone Frozen. That don't make no sense. But anyways, like I said, I think it's just so they can say, oh, a woman finally won the competition. Because no woman has won. Not one. Not a single one. They've all tapped out fairly early, except for season 7. You know, where Roland had some actual competition, and it was a woman. Her name was Callie or something like that. You know, she just, that's the way she lived. She lived, you know, like forest style. That's the way she lived. So she made it pretty damn far. She was the runner-up. If she didn't get Frostbite, she gave Roland a pretty good run for his money. But anyways, again, the name of the game for that show, every time, is starvation. Who can outlast who? Starving wise. Because you've had 2 or 3 that's actually killed big game and was able to survive on that. Roland was one of them. But most of the time they just try to outstarve themselves. That's literally the name of the game. They can't seem to hunt or fish worth a shit on this show. Once in a while they'll get a fish, and then they do this thing where they're like, they say this every time they catch a fish, it's getting old. Oh, things are going to change now. Look, I caught another fish. It's been a week, but I've caught a fish. Now the game is on, blah, blah, blah. They do that every single time they catch a fish, and it's so annoying. It's like, come on, stop it. 2, this is supposed to be a survival game, but 90% of the time, almost every contestant taps out, not because they starved themselves to death, because, oh, wow, I miss my family, it's been a month. Oh my God, really? You haven't seen your family in a couple of weeks to a month? Oh my gosh. You mean you're not going back to them after the show? After the competition? Oh my God. You may have to stay out there for 2 months. Oh my God. I can't live that long without my family. That's literally the whole show. That's all they talk about, is someone in their family. Now, granted, this show producers, you know, they edit everything. You know, that's all they want to put out there is when they talk about their fucking families. I don't give a flying fuck about your family. I want to see you survive. Show me how you're catching these fish. Show me how you're hunting. You know, building fires, building your hut, shelter, whatever. That's all I want to see. I don't care about that fucking drama bullshit. Fuck off. That's literally all they want to talk about. And again, the only reason I like the show for the most part is not all that crap, but I like craft shit. And I like seeing them build their shelters and shit like that. But these people, even though it does a disclaimer at the beginning, don't try this, you know, this is survival experts. Bullshit. They're not survival experts. None of these motherfuckers are survival experts. Oh, I watched the UK version too. I'll get to that here pretty soon as well, because that's a whole different ball of wax. Even from the Australian version is a little bit closer to the American version, but the UK version was like way out there, and I'll get to that eventually too. But yeah, season 10, like I said, was kind of a blur. I really don't remember even who won that one, and I just watched it not long ago. I don't know. I've watched the UK and the first season of Australia already since then, so it kind of knocked me off. Anyways, let's get on. You know, if you want to watch season 10, go for it. Like the show's okay. It's not horrible. There's certain aspects I like and certain aspects I don't like about it. It could have been done way better, as far as I'm concerned. So, season 10, thumbs up, thumbs down. Check it out if you want. Let's get on to your B-movie reviews. Alright, movie holics, let's get on to your B-movie reviews. This week is Action Week. I've done the first two movies of this series not too long ago. Wasn't very long ago. We're going to take a look at Bloodfist 3 and Bloodfist 4. Now, the third one was done in 1991 and only made about 36,000 worldwide. It wasn't, it wasn't a big hit or anything like that. Of course, it stars Dawn Wilson and Richard Roundtree. There wasn't really any females leads or anything like that in this. I think you had one reporter who had a couple bit parts in it that was female. The rest of it was all men. The reason why is because it's done in a prison. Now, I'm not a big fan of prison-style movies where everything's filmed in a prison about prison life. It's very depressing and dark, and I just don't care for those type of films. Van Damme has done one. Stallone has done one. Everyone remembers Shawshank Redemption, and there's quite a few of them. I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan of those. Some of them's all right, and I've seen a bunch of them. I just not a fan. This one's pretty much the same way. He's accused of a crime that he really didn't commit, and he's locked up for manslaughter for 10 years. The whole bar fight scenario where your lethal weapon, you kill somebody in a bar fight or some shit. So at the very beginning of this movie, they start off with a bunch of black guys raping a young black guy, who happens to be like a friend of his or something. So he kills the black guy who kills his friend at the very beginning in a fight. This particular black guy on his cell block was supplying drugs to another black guy in another cell block, and the warden was kind of in on it too. He knew what was going on. He was getting his cut. Well, he ends it because now the chain's been broken, which pisses the other black dude off. The warden decides to stick Don Wilson's character onto the cell block that this other black guy's on, hoping he'll take him out. Now there's another group, this other guy, he's like, you know, gang leader of the fucking white guys on this cell block, and he's conspiring with the black dude who was doing the drugs to take out Don Wilson. What they didn't know was that the warden sticks Don's character into the same cell as Richard Roundtree's cell, which is a black guy who's been there for a long time. He's helped out a lot of people. You know, he's book smart, so he's helped them out with, you know, getting appeals and getting out of the jail and stuff like that, which has been a pain in the ass in the warden's ass. But anyways, that's why he sticks him in there with him. So, even though they try to take him out, they don't do it. And then he becomes friends with Richard Roundtree, you know, the old black man, which everybody in the prison respects and won't do anything against him. But the black drug dealer and the white supremacist guy or whatever, they decide to go ahead and kill them both. They end up killing, or well, they didn't kill him, but they end up attacking the old black man and hurting him, and then Don's character goes to attack them two, but then instead of killing him, he gets him to confess to killing or trying to kill the old black man. And the old black man walks out at the end of the prison, tells him he'll see him in a few years when he gets out. And that's the end of the movie. It was okay. It wasn't horrible, but it just wasn't. It wasn't all that great. It was just, mid, you know, whatever. Just, check it out if you want. At least you had some decent actors in this backing up Don Wilson this time. Those first two movies, they were terrible because all the acting was just god awful. It was not good actors in either one of the first two movies at all. But they actually got some decent actors in this one. So I give it a thumbs up, thumbs down. It's worth a one-time watch. Then you get to the fourth one. Now this one actually had several good actors in it backing him up, which was a huge plus because it made it actually pretty decent and very watchable. I wouldn't say it was the greatest, but it was definitely, you know, worth watching. Now this one went straight to video. It was done in 1992, a year later. And yeah, you did have a female lead in this called Amanda Weiss is her name. She plays the blonde Shannon, the friend of the girl who dies at the beginning. Anyways, Don the Wilson Dragon. Now he keeps changing characters because he's not played the same character in any of these four movies. None of them are the same character. In this one, he's a repo man. You know, he repossesses cars from people who don't pay the bank. He runs into one particular car, and it was just silly. It's like the first guy he runs into at the very beginning is an old man. He nearly beats the holy shit out of him. for trying to take his car, but he ends up beating him and then taking the car. And then the second guy he runs into is this pretty boy blonde, and then he starts kickboxing him and shit. And you're like, what the? All these people know how to fucking fight? Come on. Anyways, he kicks the shit out of him, takes the car. In the car is a box of chocolates. No, I'm not kidding. There's a box of chocolates. Easter egg bunny chocolates. Anyways, apparently, they're stuffed with these little metal rods that look like bullets, which are triggers, nuclear triggers for nuclear bombs. And there's a guy who's trying to sell them. A rich dude or whatever. He's trying to smuggle them and sell them, overseas. Anyways, it's a mess because the CIA's involved, the FBI's involved, the local police is involved, and then you have these international gangsters that are involved. So it's a big mess. They come in, he goes to lunch after he drops off the car at the repo station, and the international smugglers come in and kill everybody except for him, because he wasn't there. Then the CIA comes in and try to clean it all up. Then you have the local police station. Apparently you have a couple dirty cops on the police station covering shit up. And it's just a big mess. The only one that's actually not involved is the lieutenant, which is a big, chubby woman. Makes no sense, but whatever. Anyways, then you'll recognize the main FBI agent. You may even recognize the other guy if you pay close attention. You can figure out who he is. I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to let you figure it out. Anyways, the two FBI agents, they're there. They're trying to get shit going. Blah, blah, blah. It's crazy. Anyways, they're all after Don the Wilson Dragon through the whole movie. Shannon, the blonde girl, who's the friend of the girl that worked with Don, who got killed, she starts helping him out. They've kidnapped his daughter, so he's trying to get his daughter back, little 10-year-old girl. He eventually does. He gets everything done. He kills off everybody. The bad guys, the good guys, whatever. He takes them all out, pretty much. And that's pretty much, he gets his daughter back, and Shannon goes with him, and everything's hunky-dory, everything's fine. The CIA gets what they want, blah, blah. It's just, that's the end of the movie. I mean, there's some cheesy part, really cheesy part. For instance, there's one scene where the blonde hit a guy. You see him again halfway through the movie. He tries to get the chocolates off of Don. And he takes his shirt off. For whatever reason, there's tear gas that goes in this warehouse, right? They get the two. There's three of them. There's two henchmen with the long blonde-haired dude. They get the henchmen. The police show up, and they get the henchmen outside the warehouse. There's tear gas all in it, right? They don't go in and get Dawn or the long-haired blonde. They don't go in and get him. Like, they leave him in there to fight. I'm just like, what the fuck ever? Bullshit. They would have gone right in there and grabbed them. But anyways, so the blonde has this jacket on, like a suit. The next thing you know, Don walks up towards him, it's all, fog light. And he comes walking out, he's completely shirtless. Like he's showing off his muscles and shit. Get the fuck out of here. That's so dumb. And then they start fighting. And they're fighting for a good minute. And you're like, there's no way the police are literally right outside the door and you're going to tell me they're going to let them fight for 5 minutes or so while they're standing outside. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, but that was pretty cheesy. But like I said, yeah, some really decent actors in this movie. It was a good movie overall. I thought it was all right. You know, it's definitely a one-time watch. I give it a thumbs up, thumbs down, only because there was some pretty cheesy crap in there. But other than that, it was a decent movie. It's definitely worth a watch. This one was by far the best one out of the series so far that I've watched. Now, am I going to watch the other 3? Because I think there's 3 more. I may be wrong. There may be more. But I think there's just 3 more. I may get around to watching 5, 6, and 7 at some point. But for now, that's it. If you have any thoughts about what I talked about earlier in the video, please leave your thoughts down in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear from you. If you could think of any B-rated, underrated movies you think I may never have seen or heard of, go ahead and leave your suggestions down in the comment section down below, and I'll get to reviewing them as soon as I can. So, until next time, I told you be told the truth, and you just been told.